Our PACE recognition character trait of the month is honesty, sincerity and reverence or love for the truth.
Yes. You can't give me the right to be a human being. I'm born with that right. Now you can keep me from having that if you've got all the policemen and all the jobs on your side.
Hello friends and fellow human beings, and thank you for joining me for this video. And this is another in my series going after the bonds of public officials. I've been informed by a trusted source that apparently the government, that in its own regulations provides this path as a means to hold its own government officials accountable to the public they are supposed to be serving, views people using this resource as domestic terrorists. It's almost like they don't see themselves as servants anymore, but rather see us as their servants, or even, dare I say, slaves. As always, links to my previous videos about this subject matter, as well as links to any sources I use, are in the description below. I'm very happy to report that my not complying with tyranny didn't ruin it for others in this meeting. I'm kidding, of course. Clearly it wasn't me who ruined it for others, as I was accused a week ago at the Spokane Public Schools Board meeting. This is evidenced in the previous video I put out, as well as this one. I had the exact same approach and goals for both meetings, which was getting the school board members served with our notices of claims and affidavit of fact. The difference is at the Spokane Schools Board meeting, security and district officials seemed to think they had authority over the life and property of a free man, while here in the Central Valley District, which borders Spokane schools, they seem to realize while they do have a mandate from the governor, I have no lawful obligation to comply. It's merely a request. If they could prove to me somehow that it actually was about public health and I was a threat, I may consider. But after 2 years, they have yet to do this. I hope you're getting something from these videos. Don't forget to show your support by giving me the thumbs up and sharing this far and wide with everyone you know, but especially your freedom-loving friends and family. It's time to quit being keyboard warriors and start getting involved in taking back and then defending your individual freedom. If you're interested in doing this yourself, a link to the packet I used with instructions and a template is in the description.
Thank you.
Hi there.
Hey.
You guys like a mask or
No thanks. I'm good. Thank you.
you guys have an exemption?
No, I just don't wear them.
Okay, if you have an exemption, we can allow you to stay here.
Okay.
So all you have to do is say that.
Well, but that means that everybody else is forced to wear them.
Is the mask this evening? Do you need an agenda?
Thank you very much.
Okay, and here's a mask for
Oh,
you.
thank you.
What's going on, man?
What's up? Sorry I didn't call you back, man.
Oh, that's okay. Yeah, I wanted to ask, and I know you're probably familiar with everything, but you heard of the CARES Act, but also the American
The rescue plan.
and the ESSER 1, 2, and 3 elementary and secondary emergency resource.
I haven't heard that specifics into
Yeah,
it.
so what
no.
it is they've received over almost $200 billion. The school districts throughout
Okay.
the United States have received
Right.
almost $200 billion. So the one person that's an expert in this, she suggests asking, how much they've received in this particular school district
Okay.
and what they're doing with it. Because what they're doing is, to get the money, they have to adhere to and show evidence of them meeting their criteria or goals. So they have to show that they're forcing the children to vaccinate, they're forcing them to be trace and track, they're forcing them to be masked
Okay.
up, so on and so forth.
Right. And that's part of the ARPA?
Yeah, that's part of the American Recovery Plan, and the
Okay.
ESSER, it's called Elementary and Secondary Emergency Resource Money. They're going to nix the meeting, aren't they?
Well, they might, but we're gonna do like our. Well, even if they don't like our, I don't want to. I'm not gonna make them nix the meeting. We can go hand our papers and be done, and then leave. And then they can still have their meetings. Honestly, I don't give two shits about the meeting. You know what I mean?
Yeah. It would be nice to ask them the question though, where, you know, how
Right,
much they've
right.
received, and, you know, what, and to see the ESSER 3, it's called the ESSER number 3.
ESSER number 3.
Yeah, it stands for Elementary and Secondary Emergency Resource Plan, and it shows at the level 3 what they're doing.
Right.
But I did find
Hey, should we just go put these up there now?
if you want to get out of here.
I mean, I don't necessarily want, but that way they're just up there. There won't be like drama, like, with, oh, you can't come up here, we're up here now. You know what I mean? Just go put them in front of their name tag.
Yeah, we can.
All
Yeah.
right.
Keep it done.
Hey, we just have some papers for the board members that we need to serve. Like, we're not trying to like disrupt the meeting or anything. So can we just like
Yeah,
put
I
them
could
up
pass it
there?
out to them. Yeah.
Just put them on front of their name tags.
I will do that for you.
Thank you, I appreciate it.
You only have 4 here though.
Well, yeah, because not everybody, like Pam Orba, she's not backing this whole forcing everyone to wear masks.
Oh, they
against
have their
will,
names on
so
them.
yeah,
I
it
see
has
what
their
you're saying.
names,
Okay.
yeah. And then here's his too.
Oh,
Thank you, I
they're- oh, they're
appreciate
different
that.
ones.
Yeah,
Okay.
yeah, and then
Yeah.
once they come in, we'll just leave. We just want to make sure they get them. That's
Okay.
it. So, thank
All
you.
right, thank you.
That's like part of it too. It was like, you know, last week, there was people come up and tell me it was my fault. I ruined everything. And like, I'm like, look, these people are handing out. This is literally what we wanted them to do last week. She's doing it. Like, no problem. She's like, yeah, no problem.
So this is in District 81 still?
No, this
not.
is Central Valley. Hey, Brian, how you doing? Good. We just got we got more papers for the board members, so we had whoever was there put them up there. Just want to make sure they come in, and then we're not going to try to make sure. Like, I don't have any reason to be here for the meeting, so I'm not sure. Like, well, I got in I don't know if you saw in Spokane, like we got blamed for like shutting down the meeting, and I was like, why couldn't they, like, you guys here, like, we handled it, it's taken care of. Now we can, like, our business is handled, like, everybody's happy. That's why I just kind of was like, why couldn't you do it like this? So I appreciate you, Brian.
Yeah, no. You know, I think we have a mutual respect for each other, and
You get your truck?
we're good.
I agree.
Oh, cool. What was the deal?
Oh, I just partied at a friend's
Oh,
house.
All right. Likewise. Well, no, so in my video, that's what I said today is, like, obviously I don't believe in government, but I said, you know what, if I had to, like, if someone in, like, a position like yours, I would choose to support someone like you because you're receptive to everybody's views. And you were as the police chief in Liberty Lake, I respected you because of that, so.
I'm at a point in my life, Corey, I have no ego, I have no,
I can tell that.
I'm not trying, don't have anything to prove to anybody.
Right. I can tell that. We appreciate it. It's a very nice, especially right now with like everything we're dealing with government. It's very nice. I mean, that's why I like Liberty Lake. Everybody's like that here. Like, it's a nice community.
That's what he said, and I was like,
Okay, thanks for being here.
Yeah.
that just doesn't do anything.
Oh, yes, so they'll have,
It's you.
Hi.
Hi. I saw you in the video.
Yeah, he
You're
was
behind
in
the
there.
camera, so
Yes.
Randy.
Hi, I'm Corey.
Corey, right?
Yeah. Nice to meet you. What's your name? Sue? And Randy?
Yeah.
Nice to meet you. Yeah, thanks for coming.
Wherever you want.
Yeah.
Don't you have to fill out a paper?
I'm gonna fill this out. Corey, I brought you the
Real Life Ministries. All right. We actually even brought them pre-signed tonight. We were prepared. And they're already up there at their names. See, Central Valley, they actually are reasonable here. Like, we asked her when we came in, can we just put them up in front of their names? That's what we wanted last time. And she's like, oh yeah, no problem. So she just put them up there.
The meeting starts.
Right, yeah.
You gotta read their rules.
Yeah, now it's already
So you
done.
couldn't before.
Yeah.
So you already put them up?
Yeah.
Nice.
Now when they come in, we just, hey, there's some papers in front of you. You guys are served.
We like that video in bushes at the funeral where they all start opening up the letters. I'm like,
They did.
they got something.
Yeah, they got some. I think we're gonna find out.
So, yeah, so like we're actually, the superintendent of Spokane Public Schools, we gotta finish writing it tonight, and hopefully file it tomorrow, so we actually just file a claim with the bonding company against the bond. And, right, so we write a letter, hey, you violated these laws, that removed our rights, it caused this damage, here's the monetary value of that damage. And then they start their investigation and either prove it or not.
Regular surety bond company?
Yeah, it's traveler's insurance.
Oh, wow, yeah. I had one recently.
Yeah, same thing. Yeah. So, and then, like, even if they deny it, the idea is, like, from what I understand, if they have 4 or 5 claims against their bond, the bonding companies, we're not going to bond it anymore. Too much of a risk for us. So, and then if they're not bonded, they can't hold office. So that's the other thing is we ask for the oath of office for all these public officials. If they don't have it filed, then immediately they're out. It has to be filed like, when they take office. I don't know. February 11th is when I get my record and first after that. So it's always convenient. Those take a long time. Right. Well, no, that hasn't come and went yet. I have to ask for it. I have to check. But see that, like, this is the problem is, like, we're just like regular people. We don't know all these laws. We have to figure them out.
Oh, I know, but you're far from regular. You stand out like a sore thumb.
Well, like, we found out there was a law that said, like, for as far as that bond, like, they said we had records quickly. Oh, you did it on March 11th. But like we read, like they have to produce it when you ask. Like we can go and say certain words like we want to see it now, and they have to like produce a copy so that we know they have it. Otherwise, like they can't do that. Ours are already up there. We learned from Spokane last week. I told her as soon as we got here, can we just drop them off with other names? So if they tell us we got to leave, we'll just, okay, you're served, we're out. I don't want to disrupt the meeting.
The courthouse today because the school district calls us 4 times a day threatening truancy laws.
Lives involved in
Everyone was just supposed to call CPS and enforce the truancy issue.
Really? Starting all the children.
We just like said, we took a cease and desist to civil protection. I don't know if I can file against this school district, but that's where.
Good point.
Either that or who's calling? You could file a cease and desist against whoever's actually calling.
The school, Green Acres Public School is calling. Most people are automated, but then the lady gets up and says, we're forwarding you to our task force team to enforce this truancy above. So
Call me tomorrow. Let's write up this. We should take it right to whoever's leaving that.
the cease and desist is like 2 pages, so I got it in my car.
Okay.
And then that
I like balance.
You have already logged in. You might want to refresh as we've moved a couple of items to the top of the agenda. We have 2 visitors here who have very short reports or action items for us. And so rather than make them sit through a long period of time in our agenda, we're going to put them up front. So we've just changed the agenda for that. And like I said, if you're on a computer and you're already logged in, you probably want to refresh so that we don't take you out of, so we don't confuse you when we move to an item that maybe isn't. I am so sorry. All right. We've rearranged the agenda a little bit. And so if you're on a computer and logged in, please refresh so that you see the agenda in its current order. And I am sorry, I forgot. We will be lowering our masks when we talk so that any member of the community who's here with us tonight who is hearing impaired would be able to read our lips. And if you come to the podium to speak, we would ask that you do the same thing. But then put your mask back up when you get ready to leave. Are we ready? very much for being with us tonight. I will call to order the meeting of the Central Valley School Board for February 14th, 2022. Happy Valentine's Day to all of you. Would you please join me in the Pledge of Allegiance?
Allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Thank you very much. All board members are in attendance, and we welcome our community and other guests tonight. Thank you so much for all of you being here. I can't remember 2 minutes into what I'm supposed to be doing. I'm sorry. All board members are in attendance, and we thank all of you here in the community for being with us.
I'm just going to reiterate, I did nothing different at these Central Valley District meetings than I did with Spokane Public Schools. So why the difference in result? Why is it when my goals, intent, and willingness to be reasonable were the same for both districts, yet one ended in me ruining it at the board meeting for Spokane Public Schools, while in Central Valley there were no issues, just good conversations and new connections? Thank you again for supporting my channel. Just by watching my content, you are supporting my work. However, if you want to support me in other ways, sign up on censorship-fighting YouTube alternatives like LBRY, which uses Odyssey for its video platform, or Hive. Use the links in the description to earn yourself some decentralized crypto for getting started. There are non-cryptocurrency platforms as well, but you might as well get something of value in return for your support of your favorite content creators. Links to all of the platforms you can find Questionable Authority on are in the description. And don't forget to check out the Questionable Authority merchandise store.